everyone. So it's been over a week since I posted anything. I got sick from my kids, so that's been fun. So I've had a really rough week, as I'm already feeling really tired, in pain, to I'm now sick with a cold, blowing my nose, coughing really brings pain on my lower shoulder area. So I've been taking Tylenol like they're freaking mints lately. And if it gets really bad, then at nighttime they prescribe me some Oxy, which I try not to take a lot because I like to be able to easily wake up for the kids. This video to be more of an informative video, I guess. I wanted to talk about the first time I got cancer, which was 2 years ago, and how that's different than this time around. So in December of 2017, I was 9 months pregnant when I found a lump on my right breast. I remember picking up Brayden. He was like 2 years old, still in diapers, and he was upset about something. So I had picked him up and put him on my big old pregnant belly, and he leaned in for a hug. And in that hug, I felt like he had pushed on a bruise. So I remember setting him down and looking at my shirt, trying to find this bruise that I didn't find. Later that night, I think I had gotten in the shower, and I started, taking a shower, started scrubbing, and then ended up scrubbing underneath my breast. When you're pregnant, you have that belly and sits pretty up high underneath your boobs, so scrub under there. And I felt that bruise again. So then I started, touching my breast, trying to feel where this bruise was coming from. And I found the lump. I think I wrote it down. That was the 25th of November. So it was in November, not in December. And I was like, oh man. It felt like the size of a bean. Like, it was there. Like, you couldn't miss it. But given to being 9 months pregnant, practically, I thought it had to do with being pregnant. So I didn't tell Ben, I think, 2 days later. We were laying in bed. I'm exhausted, tired, and I think he was trying to get a little frisky that night. TMI. But I was like, well, since you're over here, can you feel this? Like, do you feel this, or is it just me? So he started feeling underneath my breast. And right away, he sat up in the dark, and he was like, babe, you need to get that looked at. And I was like, stop, you're freaking me out. Like, it's probably nothing. And he's like, that's a lump. So I was like, okay, well, I think it was like the 27th. I was like, I have a baby appointment the 30th. I'll bring it up to my OB and see what he thinks. I remember driving up there, and that was the first time that they were gonna check my cervix. So I got nervous, forgot all about my lump, and I was excited. I was nervous and excited because, they're gonna check you down there, and I was hoping I was dilated. And then he told me I wasn't, so then I kind of left there bummed out because I was so ready to have this baby. And got home, and right away when I walked through the door, Ben was like, "What did he say about your lump?" I was like, I forgot to tell him about it. So this was by then November 30th on a Thursday. So I was like, all right, I'm going to call base and see if they can see me. And they were like, we can see you tomorrow. And this was December 1st. I went in, she did a breast exam, and she was like, oh yeah, like I feel it. She's like, we don't have ultrasound machines here, but I think you should get an ultrasound, and yada yada. In the military world, you usually always have to see your PCM, your primary care doctor, and then they have to refer you out of town because they didn't have any ultrasounds, so they had to refer me somewhere where I can get an ultrasound done of the breast. That alone, so the referral is basically being put into through your insurance. Then your insurance has to approve it, and then once it's approved, then you're able to make a call to make an appointment. That alone can take up a week. So it literally took a week for me to finally get an ultrasound, and that was like, took a whole week. The 7th of December, I got an ultrasound. And I remember getting that ultrasound. Ben wasn't able to go in with me because I guess the room was too small for him to go in. No, he was able to go into the ultrasound, in the ultrasound room. And they did the ultrasound, whatever. Then the doctor came in and she was like, I would recommend for you to get a biopsy. She's like, the mass that you have, she's like, it looks very solid and dense and not fluid filled. So we would like to get a biopsy done. And she went proceeding like, given to your situation, being 9 months pregnant, it could be a hormonal change. And I think that was her trying to help me not get so worried about it. So, then you gotta go put in this referral in to get this biopsy done. But luckily, I think the biopsy was done the 12th. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 5 days later, I got this biopsy done. And first time ever that I got a biopsy done. And it was on my boob. And it hurt. Like, Ben, that time